This is another DNU story right here. Now, depending on who you watch, you may have already heard about this story before I actually got a chance to tackle it. But in this picture, you see two people. On the left, you see someone named Tony Cushingberry, and on the right, you see a woman by the name of Angela Summers. Angela Summers worked as a postal employee, just delivering mail one day, and she happened to come across Tony Cushingberry, who had an issue. His issue was that he knew his stimulus check was coming, but it was the refusal of actually putting the mail in his box or delivering mail to him. So he decided to take matters into his own hands. Some words were exchanged, and then he ended up killing Angela Summers. He shot her and killed her dead right there in the middle of the street. Now, to fill in the blanks, Tony Cushingberry owns a dog. I believe they said he has a Chihuahua. And usually when it comes to something like that, and there's a dog on the loose that's probably not attached to their leash, or they're not in their cage, or just not in plain sight, they're just roaming. Most delivery people will not deliver your mail to your box. As a matter of fact, if they can complain, then the postal people will send you a letter, which they sent him, saying, look, we've had complaints because of your dog. If you want your mail, come down to the post office and come pick your mail up. That's it. And they did that. They sent him a letter telling him to come down to the post office to pick up his mail. He decided not to do that. For all we know, his stimulus check is probably sitting at that post office. But it was too much for him to do to actually get off his ass and drive down to his local post office and pick up his mail. So they got into it. According to what I've read, there was mace involved. I believe she did mace him because she probably felt that he was coming too close to her. And then that's when he pulled out the gun and he shot her and killed her. Now, he did all of that because he didn't get a $1,200 check, which was probably sitting at the post office for God knows how long. It was probably still there. Now he has murder charges attached to him. And based on what I've heard, he could face the death penalty for this. I don't know what it is with some of our people, with some of us, but you did all of that when you could have used common sense and just went down to the goddamn post office and picked up your mail after they sent you a letter. It's not like he didn't know. The post office sent him a letter weeks ago because apparently this was not the first complaint that they have had involving his dog. Because I think there was a tweet, not a tweet, but maybe a post that Angela Summers had put out there back in April, basically stating that, look, I have an issue delivering mail to this residence because of this dog. Can there be a way that he can come and pick up his mail from the post office? That way we won't have this issue. They sent him the letter. He had to have gotten it. But he decided not to adhere to the letter. So that's his fault. That is his fault. And mind you, he's only 21. He is 21. She was 45. And I believe they said she had a 14-year-old daughter. It's scary. Like I said, it's scary out here. And the thing is, this isn't even the worst that can happen when it comes to this virus, as far as people acting an ass and acting and going all crazy. This is probably not the worst that it can get, but it is bad. He brought this on himself, but damn, they might give him the death. They say if he is convicted, he might get the death penalty. I have nothing more to say. I feel absolutely nothing for this knucklehead. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. Have your notifications turned on, and I'll talk to you in the next one. One last thing I could add here, and I'm glad that it popped up in my head before I decided to upload the video. One thing he could have done, which would have been the smartest thing to do, which most people should have done if they didn't do, is have direct deposit. That way the check would have went straight to your bank account when it got sent out, and you didn't have to worry about them mailing it to you. And you would have got it faster than anybody else, because it's basically an electric transference of money, of funds.